There's probably a lot of people who really don't even know that there's going to be, this app ecosystem for ChatGPT, but all large language models are going to be, platforms are going to have some sort of app store. And it's just like when this iPhone came out, right? It really took off once the App Store ecosystem. Now everyone was personalizing it with their own particular apps, and that's what I think OpenAI is going to do, and Anthropic and the rest of them. And where we got onto this was, obviously with Primo Tee Times, and you mentioned Minneapolis, because it has, so many wonderful public facilities. That it's sometimes difficult to get your head around all the different places that you can play. And if you think that there's one golf course that you're going to go to, and you realize there's really dozens of them, but it's the discovery part is really difficult, right? And so you got to, you Google it, you go find a golf course, then you go find the, book button, and then you got to find the time, then you find out that there's no time window for you. So then you got to do that process again. And so a lot of people just either settle for the tee time that works for them at their particular course, so they don't play a diverse number of courses, even though there's a tremendous amount of them in Minneapolis. And Primo Tee Times came out of that to try and alleviate that problem, to give people a chance to see, all the availability around them and be inspired by, what, I can play golf today. I can play golf tomorrow. I don't know exactly what golf course, but you just showed me all the places that have availability for this day. And now that becomes inspirational to now go and say, I'm going to do this today. And then it's just the process then of picking which golf course and then the tee time. And then you go right directly to the golf course's website to book. And that's important, right? It's intentional to not disrupt that relationship between the golfer and the golf course, right? And that's what we focused on Primo Tee Times. And as an engineer, now in the day of AI, I'm no different than, a lot of people wondering about, I've been building software 30 years now, and I would say, just being able to write software would be enough, to be have a job forever. But I realize that AI is the new piece, and being 30 years into this, I'm able to see the power of how having the background of being a software engineer this long and how AI really helps. And that's where I mentioned to Mike, I said, Mike, there's just so much that we have already by being able to query across different golf courses and different tee sheets. Now it becomes a little bit more clear to say, I want to play golf on Saturday. My son's got a soccer game out west at this location, and I have to tee off by 8 o'clock to get it. Show me the golf courses I can go play at that have availability. Like that's the conversation, as if you're on the phone with your friend or your wife asking about playing golf.